You pretend to be the Lord of Lords, but had no qualms about taking a defenseless woman prisoner. You should be ashamed.
I would feel more ashamed if I hadn't taken her hostage.
If I learn you laid one finger on her...
Calm down, Sir Knight. I took her to Malashov to make sure nobody would hurt her. There were many in Kuttenberg looking for a way to blackmail or at least humiliate Rudhard. And a pretty young daughter like that is the perfect means to that end. Do you not think?
I hope she's been treated well. As you say, she is Ruthard's daughter and heiress.
Don't worry. I personally made sure she never wanted for anything.
First you have Ruthard imprisoned, and now you're helping his daughter. Why?
Can you imagine? I don't like unnecessary violence. Especially violence against the fair sex. Moreover, that Ruthard girl is a remarkably young lady. Despite her apparent aloofness, I must say, I was quite charmed by her. And so were you, judging by how much you ask about her.
That's none of your business.
So be it. But I advise you to hold onto her tooth and nail. She's smarter than all of you put together.
I hope it's not too comfortable for you here. Just say the word and I'll arrange it so you can sleep down in the cellars.
No need to worry, lad. Being under one roof with Zizka and Kunstadt is torment enough.
I'd never have thought it'd be so easy. Getting revenge on you, I mean. First Istvan Toth, now you. And tomorrow...
By tomorrow, you may all be dead. Actually, I would say that is becoming more and more likely.
Would you like to know how Istvan died? What it sounded like when he fell out of that window and got smashed on the rocks below the tower?
You seem to be laboring under the naive illusion that I cared about Toth. You killed a murderer and a fool. All you achieved by that was saving us the trouble.
Don't try that tough talk on me. You're afraid, aren't you?
Afraid of what? You?
Of not being firmly in charge for once. You have to dance to someone else's tune. And that terrifies you.
An interesting idea. I will remember it when I am dining with Lord Pisek, and you are picking up crumbs outside somewhere.
How does von Bergov seem to you? He's not nearly as threatening now.
W dupie mam Bergowa. Ale ta dzierlatka, którą ukrywał w wieży, jest warta grzechu. Piękna, młoda, wzór cnót niewieścich. Gdy jednak zaciągniesz się do wyrka, to będziesz rad, że dożyjesz rana. To widać od razu.
She Ruthard's daughter, you pig. No hostage. She on our side.
Tym lepiej. Myśmy ją przecież oswobodzili. Jeśli jest dobrze wychowana, to miałaby się nam wszystkim odwdzięczyć.
Is he talking about Rosa?
He just say she is a very fine lady. No more.
Samuel won't pull through, but Urza won't survive the night.
There's nothing we can do to help him anymore.
I tried a chamomile decoction, but he's in too much pain to fall asleep.
I'll go and...
Did you hear what was arranged with von Bergov?
Of course, but I don't even have the will to shake my head anymore.
Is there something you don't like about the plan?
Don't like? You lot have gone mad. First, you bring von Berghoff here in shackles. Then you let him put a flea in your ears about how to outsmart the king? And now you want to walk right into his people's clutches? Have you taken leave of your senses, for Christ's sake?
You make it sound like things were different before with Zizka.
You bet your ass it was different. He didn't act like a fool, and only took actions that could actually succeed.
What will happen to von Berghoff now?
What do you think? He'll stay here. Pisek will watch him and keep him company. Well, he may not be as pretty as Rutard's daughter, but he could get some more useful information out of him.
What will you do when me and Lady Rosa go to town?
We need to fix ourselves up. We've got some wounded to take care of. We also need to work out some details of our plan.
Such as?
That Rutard passageway will help us. But it's only the first step. We need to know how the court runs, and then what we'll load the silver onto, and where we'll take it. And, just in case, we need to know escape routes from the town.
Wanker!
Recenzja, Herr. What do you need? Tschüss, mein Freund.
I apologize.
What do you think of the deal with von Berghoff?
I don't care about von Berghoff right now. Did you see how everyone ignored me there? I may be younger than them, but I'm still a nobleman.
They're nobles too.
The devil may have been born a noble, but he chose to become a dirty robber baron.
But it clearly made an impression on von Berghoff.
I think it was the fire at Malashov that got him. I expected you, of all people, would try to put a stop to it.
We were running out of time. What would I gain by arguing with him then and there?
I don't know. Maybe those poor peasants would still be alive. I thought that bloody massacre in Skalitz taught you what evil looks like. And I'm really surprised you approve of devil's ways now.
If Sir Hanush saw you at Malashov, he'd be proud.
Well, now I just look like a fool. And it was only thanks to me that von Berghoff even lived to see that council.
But you can't really blame Sam. If you were in his place, you'd see red too.
Whatever. Someone like him has no business threatening a noble's life.
Someone like him?
You know what I mean. Why do you keep defending that madman?
He simply doesn't know the ways of the nobility. This is a whole new world to him.
You also didn't know any of that when you came to Ratai. But at least you didn't want to stick a knife in anyone.
If that's what you think.
All right. I admit I might have deserved it back then.
Christ, pardon me.
Careful.
beautiful evening, isn't it? Perfect for a piss-up.
Christ, that's bloody awful. Aye, it's a strange war. A strange and fucked up war. Farewell. May God give you health, sir.
It looks like the two of us will be going to Kuttenberg alone.
Lucky me.
Aren't you looking forward to going home?
You're observant. When they captured Pa, von Bergov's people stormed into Rutard Palace.
He didn't come to capture you personally?
No. And that really suited his people. They grabbed whatever they could get their hands on. After what you did to Malashov, we may have lost everything we had.
How do we even get inside Rutard Palace?
At midnight, you climb onto the battlements, turn on your heel 3 times, say the magic formula, and it'll open up.
What?
I've told you, haven't I? Via the secret passage. I know where the entrance is, so all you have to do is come with me.
Are you ready to go?
There's no point in dallying.
All right, let's go.
Well, here we are. I'm not keen on going into that darkness.
Are you afraid?
Of the dark? Me? I'm not a little girl, but God knows what we'll find inside. Especially at the far end.
I'll be with you. If anything happens, just stay behind me and...
Ah, my hero! But since I'm the one who knows the way, I'll be going first. Usually there's only a small trickle running through here. The water must have risen.
How far away is it, anyway?
Soon there'll be a fork, and from there it's only a short distance. You'll see.
And where does the passageway end?
In the cellar, conveniently enough. It's always best to arrive inconspicuously. Startled me. Anyway, what's Lord Capon's problem with underground passageways? When I mentioned it at Sukdol, he looked like he was about to faint.
When we were defending the Barkov, we got buried under the rubble from a demolished tower.
Oh my god!
I was lucky to survive it. I still remember him calling for help. He was scared to death. There was nothing we could do. That's when he was captured by von Bergov. Since then, he was not comfortable with tight spaces.
Sorry. I was a silly goose to bring it up.
Everything all right?
No. Don't you see how deep it is ahead of us?
I hope you don't expect me to carry you.
I most certainly do. Unless you want to prove to me that you really are an uncouth village oaf after all.
Well, what's to be done? I'll carry you over.
Don't worry, though. I'm not some fragile petal. I'm waiting. Is that how you carry a lady, you oaf?
Well, don't complain. No one ever taught me how to do it.
And it shows. Oof. Be careful.
It's just a short way. Hang on.
Oof. Well, you could have been gentler, but I suppose I should be glad you got me here in one piece.
Oh, Sakura. I hear voices. Looks like we've got company. And not welcome company, I reckon.
Look at all this mess. I can hardly recognize this place.
This doesn't look like the work of Avak's people. More like city rabble and beggars.
They're acting like they own the place. If Pa were to see this, we must get rid of them.
What do you mean, get rid of them?
You killed most of von Bergov's garrison at Malashov, and now you want me to tell you what to do?
My. How quickly Lady Rosa can change her mind. What's the difference between those ragamuffins upstairs and the villagers at Malashov, eh?
But this is our home. Our property. They have no right.
Folk who have nowhere to lay their heads and nothing to eat aren't much interested in the troubles of the rich. They just seize the opportunity.
You're right. But they can't stay here either. They'd give us away.
Well, so I'm supposed to slaughter them? Just like that?
Yes, that scum has no right to defile this place with their presence. It's our home, our property.
Which means they deserve to die?
If we want to be sure they won't give us away, we've no choice.
But we don't even know who they are or how many are here. They might be harmless cripples, but they could also be a pack of cutthroats.
I know, but what do you want to do? Sit back and wait for them to die of old age?
So you want me to get rid of them? But what will you do? I'm responsible for keeping you safe.
Don't you worry. You don't have to hold my hand in my own home. Do you see this ivy here? It goes all the way up to the window of my chamber. That's where I keep my crossbow. I bet that riffraff didn't find it. If I climb up there, I can cover you from above. Just in case.
What? Are you crazy? You can't climb such a height.
Oh, don't worry. I've been climbing up there ever since I was a little girl.
But they'll see you.
No, they won't. I'll be round the corner before they have a chance. There's a wooden balustrade there all the way to the window. It's like climbing a ladder.
Are you really sure that Ivy can support your weight? You're not a little girl anymore.
You really know how to compliment a lady, eh? Now keep quiet and turn round. I don't want you looking up my skirt.
Right then. Here we go. I hope Rosa can aim well.
Who's useless here, you fuck? Who let you in here, fucker? He must be deaf.
And dumb on top of it. Get him! You're mine.
Sakura! Rosa? Could you... Rosa!